supervisor for sure will recommend you the title which is related to management. But also don't remember, you are the most important person in master thesis, so it should be your interest. You are interested in the subject, is cool, is really flows you. So not your supervisor is should be keen on the subject, but you. Don't forget it, yes, because it should be pleasure to write a master thesis and not duty, not obligatory. Uh, Subject never in the form of questions, so also for sure you know. Uh, Rather, we don't use the word influence on something. Influence, I don't know, influence something on something, because it's very hardly to give evidence. Is this really influence on something?
Sorry,
Uh,
Professor, I have a
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Uh, my question is, can we just complete our thesis before September 2025?
Yes, of
Because
course. Yes, of course, you can do this ASAP. You can do this on June. Yes, you can upload. If your support master thesis will be completely, you do this in July, for example, and the defense will be in July, on at the beginning of in June or in the beginning of July.
okay, my other question is, can we have the timeline of everything that we do during our thesis? Because when we submit everything, it should be in time, right? So
Yeah,
if we have the schedule, that could be very good, maybe.
yeah, of course. So you want to like Gantt, like you want
Yes,
to have
chart, yeah.
the concretely terms which requires you concrete elements of your master thesis. Yes.
Yes.
So as I mentioned, now 30th of October is the deadline for fulfilling these main objectives. Additional, what I show you in Excel documents. So now is the first term to fulfill the Excel documents, which I uploaded to MS Team files. You will see in the folder the document in Excel. So you will you should fulfill the rest of the document. I will show you at the end also. So, but let's go further.
Okay.
Mhm. What is I mentioned also, I will show you also the guideline in a few minutes, but what is important that your master thesis should fulfill, should involve some no more than 5 chapters. 3 are sufficient or 4 are enough. Uh, in each chapter, 3 to 5 uh, subsections, like here. Example of the structure. I don't know what is the title, but 2 of them are theoretically family business and conflicts in family business. So the title was about conflicts in family business on the base of own research. So we have first chapter, 4 sub-chapters, which are theoretically you cite literature. The second is also theoretical, so in more details about conflicts, sub-chapters. The third one is methodological. I will show you, you can make the same pattern for the third chapter. Each of you could have the same sub-chapters. So the title of your sub-chapter should be methodological assumptions, so research subject, objective, problems. If you want, you can put hypothesis. If you are good on statistics and you can use a statistical test to deny or confirm hypothesis, you can use it. Methods, techniques, area where you will conduct research, or if it's organization on base, you will conduct research also. And finally, your research sample. As I mentioned, in the concrete situ, in general, we accept no less than 100 questionnaires. If you will conduct quantitative research, so surveys, rather, you should do no less than 100 surveys. So among 100, at least 100 respondents. Knowing the fourth chapter is about your results, also in the light of your results, own research. So you, in this last chapter, you describe the main area of your questionnaire. You show statistics, figures, you comment the figures, why not, why so, what is the clue that the respondent answered that, and finally also conclusions, summary, recommendations. Introduction of your master thesis, rather you write at finally stage of your master thesis preparation. Introduction is rather at the end. So you write completely thesis, and then, because in the introduction you justificate of choice, of the purpose, what you've done in your master thesis in the first, second, third, fourth chapter. So the main content is related to everything what you've done at your master thesis. So always recommendation is that introduction you write after completely writing the master thesis. Now I will go to the guideline. I always discuss documents which I uploaded you to the MS Teams file. You see document also as mine. Do you see the new card guidelines?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, so here, like introductory issue, you have step by step. See, you are master thesis, not bachelor thesis. Master is the correct. So what is important that the diploma thesis is individual, because sometimes students ask also, can we write a master thesis in two? Because at the first stage, you, for example, had the final project, and you do this in the, for example, group of two. No, only individual. Specific sciences of practical problem, technical achievement, rather not, because we are management study, but we assess as a commission your general skill to prepare your own scientific work. Master thesis is the kind of scientific work. And of course, each subject, each title, each issue which you do, is it should be something new, but of course no, it's very hardly to find very new subject, because as mentioned our colleague a few minutes before, if the subject is completely new, there is less literature. So but I also have to prepare some desk research, so rather the titles and the subject are related to those materials which we can find in the literature, but maybe in other context. Always added value of your thesis, is your own research. So that's why we uh, recommend you to conduct surveys or interviews in the company, that it's an evidence that it's your own work, that you conduct, you prepare own questionnaire, you send to the customer, to the client, to the employees, you get feedback, you get statistic, you describe result, you make conclusions, and you prepare recommendation. It's the main elements which we assess for our master students. Do they have ability to conduct their own research and writing, preparing scientific works? It's the main clue and the main issue at the final defense. New added value. So as I mentioned, new added value means that you prepare your own research. Field of study, as I mentioned, everything you understand. Your supervisor consult you the title. And as I mentioned, this 30 of department, head of department will evaluate the subject. So that is important. Now you contact your supervisor to give me also final title of your master thesis, because they also are evaluated by their head of department. The thesis should be no less than 70 pages, A4 document, 50 is in the context of bachelor, we are at master, so 70 pages standardized site paper. So the content 70 pages do not include title page, thesis card, thesis statement, abstract, appendix, literature review, literature list, list of table, and so on. So clearly, introduction, chapters, and summary should involve about 70 pages of standard paper. Also, the number of scientific resources shouldn't be less than 50, because as I mentioned, you also can use reports, dissertations, like documents of commissions, but not less than 50, not less than 50 books and articles. Over 50 could be reports, dissertations, and so on and so on. What I mentioned also, try to not search for literature older than before 2010. Of course, sometimes it's not possible to find as many literature from the newest, but if it's, for example, very important article or book because the author conclude and found first definition, so of course we can that kind of guru of issue sit. But general, most of them should be after 2010. Of course, in case of your specialization and English language study, all of them should be in English. So we write thesis in English, and our materials should be in English. Internet sources used must have credible and scientific content, so it shouldn't be like popularized good practice from I don't know which one website. All materials should be reviewed. Principles of intellectual and industrial property, what we mentioned before, that I sent to the anti-plagiarism system and I get feedback. So be remember about is that the thesis is sent to the anti-plagiarism system is normal procedures. If you write in English, you should also prepare 1-page summary of your thesis in Polish language. So also it's not a problem to ask the supervisor if you finish the thesis, prepare abstract, so summary in English on the 1 page, and then translate into the Polish, and you ask your supervisor that she or he correct it in a really Polish language, yes, because as far as we know, you don't speak fluently Polish, and it's hardly to require from you the politeness of Polish language. So don't worry, supervisor helps you to correct your mistakes when you translate this 1-page summary into Polish